Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. It's been so long since we've done a video. I'm excited too, Red Vanessa. I'm getting ready to upload the thumbnail. All right, thumbnail is up. I actually should probably add some information into the description. I don't know if any of you heard of this story. If you heard of this story, put up a 1. If you have not yet heard of this story, put up a 2. Hey, Tamso, I'm so happy. That means that your the new number is working for the text notification squad. I'm so happy. What time is it in your part of town right now? Hey, text notification squad in the house. All right, so only one person has heard of this story. Okay, 2 people, 3 people. Yeah, this is crazy. Nobody's really talking about this, but I see so many different things that we can speak about. Hey, welcome in, Cool. Patrice. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. Oh, you know what? I have some things that I have to get ready. I got to get the apples up, and I got to get the what do you call this? The captions at the bottom ready. So I'll be back. Hey, Sunday. Jessetta, you're right on time. The party don't start till you get here, right? Welcome in. All right, so we have the apples are ready, the captions are ready, and the articles. Oh, you know what? I didn't get my screens together for the articles. But it's let me see. Can I do it now? Roxy, if you know more about what's going on, Nettie, you don't need tissues. Well, you might. I don't know how sensitive you are. But this whole situation is bizarre, and I wanted to talk about it. I need to get my screens together, so just give me a moment on that. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna see, because when I start messing with things, that's when things start getting messed up. Hey, Joanna, and congratulations on your makeup pack. I see we put the pressure on hubby, and just like a good husband in front of a woman's girlfriend, he stepped up to the plate. So, yes, Joanna, yes, we applaud you. Denise, I guess you're gonna have to wait till the video starts for you to know what the story is about. Well, Nettie, go ahead and get your tissues then, because the story is bizarre, it's weird. There's some mystery things that went on that we don't even know about. Oh man, I hope everybody has been well. If you're on the text notification squad, we have been meeting up behind the scenes, so big hugs to all of you, and thank you for being a support to me. And I'm just happy to be able to host space and be a support to you all as well. So, absolutely. Hey, Shell's in the house. Oh, you know what? Let me update the, it's Ronnell and Kiana Burns. That's their name. So let me put that in a description. Ronnell and Keianna. We black people, we sure do know how to get these names spelled how we want to spell them. Rumors. If you have some proof, send it. All right, welcome in everybody. Welcome. Roxy, you can always submit information anonymously and privately behind the scenes. So there's no excuse for misinformation or disinformation or underinformation to be out there. 5.5 more minutes. If you're on the text notification squad, let me see your 1010s. I want to see who's here from the text notification squad. Go ahead and throw up those 1010s. Like the video while you're at it. There, listen, Cass, I don't see no question mark on your statement. All right, welcome in, Peaceful Dove. Let's see those 1010s. I want to see who is in the building. If you are part of the text notification squad, go ahead and throw your 1010s up. We are going to have a lengthy broadcast today, so if you need to get your snacks, go ahead and grab your snacks. Red Vanessa's coming in from London town. Hey, we got Sandra, Amanda, Nettie, Karen, Jody, Christelle, Skits, Kelly, Constance, Farida, Jacetta, Ashaya, Judy. Welcome in, welcome. Michonne's girl, Tori, Jasmine, Robert Cool, Tiffany. Welcome in, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, Willis, Shaletta, Sharice, Iridescent. Hey, Angela. Are you the Angela that bought the earrings over the weekend? So congratulations. And listen, to anybody who's here, I'm going to be closing up shop for the season soon. So if you've been on the fence about getting your earrings or your makeup pack, please go and do it now. Because once I start shipping, and we're going to be shipping on the 15th, once I start shipping, we're closing up shop. There are 15 makeup packs left. The earrings I have, so there was a little mishap behind the scenes with the manufacturer of the earrings. They changed the design on the earrings for the 70 millimeter. And so I've taken $10 off of the earrings. They changed the design so that it's not the big earring. It's like not the fat earring. So it's slim, just like the 80 millimeter. So I'm going to take $10 off of everyone's order who ordered it. You can get a gift certificate, or you can get a store credit, or you can get the money put back on your method of payment. It's up to you. But yeah, so these are the things that happen in business. These people, yeah. So that's how we're doing it. So welcome in, Danielle, Toria, Farida, Roxy. Welcome, 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 welcome. Oh, this is my song. Here we go. You know it's the final countdown now. Ay, ay, ay. Boom, boom, into my room. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, into my room. Ay. Come on into my room. Boom, boom, into my room. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Boom, 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 boom. Into my room. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have 2 minutes on the countdown clock. And I want you all to prepare for today's video. It's going to be a long one because we have a lot of different things to get through. Tina, send me a message. When you first signed up, you got an email letting you know which email to send a message to update your telephone number. So do that. Hopefully, I'm going to be switching mail service providers. Hopefully on a new service provider, we can get more automation on the telephone numbers. But for right now, I have to update all of the numbers by hand. So you can just send me a message. 1.5 minutes on the clock. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me get my light on. And ready, ready, ready for you all. Hey. Boom, boom, into my room. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Hey, boom, boom, into my room. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, into my room. All right. Come on into Tanya's room right now. Into the room. Come on. Come on into the room. So listen, like I said, if you're going to get your makeup pack or your earrings or anything like that, go and get it now. Oh, for all of the people who bought makeup packs, I have the vegan eyelash glue on the website. So go ahead and get that. And use the coupon code so that you can add it to your order. And I just need you to put in the notes section which order it's supposed to go in, okay? So you just put in the coupon for the free shipping so that you don't have to pay shipping through the checkout. And the free shipping is only for people who already have the makeup pack and they're adding it to their order. So welcome in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Get ready, 10 seconds on the clock, y'all. 10 seconds, come on. Hey! Oh, you know what? We gotta get live on these other platforms. Let's get live. Let's get live. Let's get live. All right. We are live on LinkedIn. We are live on Twitter. And we are live on Facebook. Hey! Welcome in, everybody. Hey! I am your host, Tanya TKO. Hey! Come on in, come on in, come on in, everybody. Come on in. We have a jam-packed show for you all, so put aside some time, because we have a lot going on and we have a lot that we need to go through. So welcome in, welcome, everybody, welcome. Hey. So I am your host, Tanya TKO, and I am a self-love specialist from TanyaTKO.com. I help you learn how to love yourself and one another. On this channel, we use viral video topics as teachable moments for what self-love or self-abuse looks like in your life. And today we're going to be talking about this Christian power couple who met a tragic and unfortunately mysterious end in Atlanta after having moved there 6 months before. And there's a few different videos that I'm going to show you. A video that she put out. I want you to take a look at her demeanor, her facial expression. I want you to take a look at what it is that she's saying. And then he put out a video, and we're going to take a look at his video. But then I found some footage from a few years prior that will give you clearer, in-depth understanding of how he used to roll. All right? So, welcome in. Go grab your snacks. We're going to be here for a while. Go turn your ringer off. Make sure the babies are asleep. And let's jump right into today's video. All right. So listen, you all know me. You know that I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist. You know that I am a life coach from TanyaTKO.com. And on this channel, we use viral topics to show you and demonstrate for you to evaluate your own self and what's happening in your life and different things that you can do differently to enhance your own self-love. So we use viral topics, but this thing right here, for some reason, this story is not getting much traction. And I want to give a shout out to a young lady by the name of Amber, who sent this to me. And I thought it was a compelling story. So I wanted you all to see this here. All right. All right. So this right here, this is the couple right here. You know what? As a matter of fact, let's jump into reading a few different articles, right? Let's jump into reading a few different articles on the matter so that you all can get up to speed. And part of the reason that we're doing this story is because there are so many people. There's so many people who feel envious of these power couples online. You take their advice, you look at their images, and you feel all of this envy and these feelings of longing for what it is that they have. But we don't know what it is that anybody has behind the scenes, really. So let's take a look. Let's read the article, and then let's read this particular article, and then we'll take a look at the different video sources that we have. Okay, so let's do that right now. Okay. Power couple dead in a apparent murder-suicide case, police say. But it's not so apparent when you hear the rest that we have to show you. So they say, sometimes you got to reach out and tell people that you need love, Kiana Burns said on Facebook Live weeks before shooting her husband, Ronnell, right? So this is them. You see, they look very cute. You see, they're together in their photos, as many people do online. All right, let's continue forward. Let's continue. All right. An entrepreneurial couple who had recently relocated with some of their children from Missouri to Georgia died in what authorities believe was a case of murder-suicide. On the evening of November 6, Kiana Burns, 44, was alone with her husband, 46-year-old Ronnell Burns, at their Sandy Springs home when she fatally shot him and then took her own life, police say, according to the Atlanta Journal and Constitution. On October 20th, 2.5 weeks before the power couple's death, Burns went on Facebook Live to talk to her fans about quote unquote life changes, right? We're going to play this, but I want to read through the rest of the article because there's some other things that I want you all to hear, right? Burns said she and her husband had moved to the Atlanta area with their children 5 or 6 months before in order to expand their business. The two founded For His Glory Ministries, as well as Critique Designs, Beauty, and Barber. And she came on, she said, sometimes you got to reach out and tell people that you need love, you need support, you need care, you just need a hug, she said, noting, I need that right now. During the Facebook Live broadcast, Burns explained that things in your life can change for the good or bad overnight, literally. And she said, if you don't feel like you are a strong enough individual, some things may take you out. Police have not publicly disclosed a possible motive for the murder-suicide. So there are a lot of people who are saying a lot of different things online. People are saying she cheated on him and he was fed up, but he took her back. People are saying she caught him embroiled in a same-sex affair. These are things that people are saying online, but we don't know what happened. This is why it's a mystery. So let me show you this other article, because in this other article, there's more information that is revealed about who lived with them, for how long, and what happened after she passed away. Should we jump into the video or should we try to read some more of this article now, right? You know what? We'll play her video. We'll come back to this article. And then, because I want you to hear some, and I want you to see some things that I think are important. All right? So let's get, oops, that's not the right one. All right. So let's get her video up and running to play. All right, let's get this here. Let's see. Oh, okay. So somebody just bought something on the website. Hey, let me give a congratulations to, let's see who just bought the makeup pack. Ngozi, congratulations to you. Just getting your makeup pack. That means that there are 14 packs left. So if you're going to get yours, do not delay. We'll talk about the sponsor in just a moment. The sponsor for this part of the video is the makeup pack, which I am wearing this lovely makeup for this flawless, beautiful Barbie doll face here today. But nonetheless, let's jump into her video. We'll get into the sponsor in a moment. All right, here we go. She's just going to spend the first few minutes just waiting for people to come on. And as you see, I want you all to see her.
What's up,
I want you all to see her get up. Not that it's important, but I just want you to see how she's presenting, because this is a Christian power couple. This woman, they founded this ministries, but I want you to see she's wearing like some sort of faja type of outfit. You see her bosom is out with a tattoo upon her breast. It looks like she's had some work done. Let's take a look. Is it relevant? Is it not? So look, you see she has the snatched in waist. It looks like this is some sort of faja is on or either underneath it, right? This is, I'm only showing you what exists, right? Let's continue.
Hey, Kimberly.
Let's continue going forward until she starts talking.
Good morning.
All right. She spends a great deal of time just waiting for people to get in. And I want you to see her. She's playing with her hair.
What's up, Michael Cohen?
She's
how you doing, brother?
Well made up, right? She is.
Now, y'all know I don't be doing this Facebook Live stuff. I just felt the need to hop on here for just a moment, not long at all, and kind of just talk about, you know, life changes. For those that don't know, about 5-6 months ago, my husband and myself, we moved to Atlanta to expand our business. Still have the beauty and barber salon in St. Louis, Missouri. Y'all know that's the hometown, but we did come here to expand. We did a lot of great things in Missouri, so you know, Atlanta is a place where I always wanted to be. What's up, y'all? What's up, Amanda?
And I just wanted to pause this because I saw this when I watched it the first time, but look at how the heavenly lights are shining down. You know what I mean? I just thought it was really beautiful. I don't know if you'll find relevance in any of the things that I'm pointing out, but these are just what exists in the video.
But look, y'all, I'm telling you, if you don't stay prayed up and you don't keep faith, things can swivel in and take you out. I'm telling you, you guys, like the transition.
Oh, that's her. That's her.
It wasn't necessarily a smooth one. It wasn't a hard one either, but it was something that we chose to do. And when you come to a new state or city and you're trying to learn people and you're trying to learn, you know, the things that they do, and that could be challenging. And coming here with our kids, just us and our kids, you know, it's just us, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got nobody. We can't drop the kids off at our kinfolk's house. We can't go, you know. So right now my husband is, you know, at a retreat. I stayed back due to because we have our children here. However, you all, I just want to talk about her because you have to be prepared for life changes, no matter what it is that's taking place. And I'm trying to encourage someone because things in your life can change for the good or the bad overnight.
All right. So somebody just said that she looks stressed in this video. When I saw this video, I went to Jesus, the body language guy's page, and I was like wanting to write to him, but I was like, this is such a small story. He probably wouldn't, you know, but then I got busy doing other things because, you know, I'm in the midst of this huge sale for Christmas. So somebody picked up. Her husband is at a retreat without her, huh? Because of the kids, right? Listen, I want you to pay attention to her body language. I want you to pay attention to her face. Is this the face of a person who is experiencing the regret of having cheated? Is this the face of a person who is dealing with the turmoil of a husband who was caught embroiled in a same-sex affair? So I want you all to just take a look. What are your thoughts? Is this the look of guilt? I've been cheating. What have I done? I've almost torn apart my family. Or is this the look of, how dare you do this to me? My heart is broken. I don't know where I go on from here. So one of the things that kind of stood out to me is typically when we have a murder-suicide, you know, so many words we can't say on YouTube, right? It's typically the male who is ending the other person's life and then taking himself out. That's how it is typically. You know, however, in this situation, we have this mystery. We're going to listen to this, then hear the videos. Let's continue.
Literally. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't feel like you're a strong enough individual, some things may take you out. You know what I'm saying? I've come in contact with so many people where they feel like they can't make it to the next day because certain circumstances happen. But you have to know the things that you're going through is for a reason. Now, you may not even be going through something for you yourself.
All right. Somebody says she looks defeated. Is that the feeling of defeat from you being caught and your husband saying, you know what, no more of this, right? Is that look? Also, we see she's well coiffed, well made up. Are these the actions of a woman who is trying to regain her husband's attention, or the actions of a woman who is going out on the prowl? You know what I'm saying? We see she's snatched to the gods. You see it. She's snatched to the gods. She's wearing this outfit. Bubby's out her door, putting on a well grapple in the front. And so I don't know. So let's listen some more.
It may be for somebody else and someone else's strength. You know, so I made a post earlier where I said you have to continue to encourage people, because what you're going through could be their lifeline to survive. You know what I'm saying? And I know for me, sometimes when I get on social media, yeah, we all know it's like we get on there and we be like, social media, I just can't stand it. It get on my nerves. People this, that. But I'm telling you, it's some strong sisters and brothers on social media that keep me going some days. Like, real talk. I have some very positive people that's on my timeline, and they help me through my gloomy days, because yes, I do have them. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, if I'm being totally, perfectly honest, I'm having one right now. And the reason I'm going live is because sometimes you got to reach out and tell people that you need love, you need support, you need care, you just need a hug. And honestly, you guys, I need that. I need that right now.
Is this a Missouri accent? She's so cute. You just need a hug. I love it. I'll rewind a little bit of that for it because I talked over her. You just need a hug.
Guys, I need that. I need that right now. I mentor so many women. I encourage so many women. I pump life and positivity in so many women. But sometimes I need that myself. And God knows right now, I need that, you all. Hey, everybody. What's up, Roy? What's up, y'all? I'm just saying, like, you got to get to the point where you got that love circle that's going to support you no matter what, that's going to be there for you no matter what, that's going to be able to help you and talk you through things that you feel like you just can't get through. Because if we leave things to ourselves, we start thinking to ourselves and we start making bad decisions. But you gotta have somebody. I always say, if I'm not around people that can help me stretch, I'm not around the right type of people. You gotta have people that's around you that's not yes men, people that's gonna help you think, people that's gonna help guide you to positivity, to greatness, to things you really need to do and be in life. And that's what I want around me. It's a lot of people that I used to hang with, and I love them to death and love their souls, but they're not where I want to be. They're not. It's places I want to be in life. It's things I want to do. And I've just decided for myself that I'm going to figure out a way to get around those people. Because every day, Kiana want to keep growing. And you should too. You guys, I'm asking you one thing, because I really need it right now. I need prayer. I need prayer. I need strength. I need love. I do. Stay encouraged. I'm going to go in my home, go in my little prayer room. I'm going to talk to God. Y'all pray for me. And I promise I'm going to keep praying for everybody else that need encouragement. I love you all. Talk to you soon.
All right. So thank you all. Thank you. We saw that. So now we see this. What are your thoughts? If you see guilt or shame, put up the number 3. If you see sadness and defeat, put up the number 4. If you see some other emotion, put up 5 and tell us what it is that you see. So I want to see when you heard her speaking, what is it that you felt? To me, I felt sadness. To me, I felt forlornness. Like, why is this happening? How did I get here? Why is this my life? Not by her own doings, though. I have found that people who, I don't know, but you know what? This is my own point of view. I want to hear from you all. Let's see the survey. Let's see the survey. Okay, so a lot of you are seeing sad. Oh, wait. Oh, Lord, I didn't forget what the numbers were, but those of you who are watching the video, you remember. So the first one was guilt. The second one was sadness and defeat. And then the fifth one was, don't you put up your own thing. Okay. All right. Perseverance, desperation. Okay. Broken or shattered. Okay. I can see brokenness as well. Pain, frustration, hurt, overwhelmed. Okay. Saddened as she put all her eggs in one basket. Okay. Well, you know what? We are going to thank you all for that. Thank you. Thank you for participating in that survey. What we're going to do is we are going to, and you know what? If you want to send your message and have me read it on air, just send it through on the Apples, and I'll read it live on air. The hashtag or the cash tag for the Apples and the direct link is in the description. It's $ Tanya TKO. And I'll read your thing on air. And let's jump back to the article, because remember, I want you all to see this article and I want you to hear the other things that were stated in the article about somebody else who was living there, as well as some funny business going on with the cameras. Okay? Some funny business going on with the cameras. And so let's take another look at the article, right? So here we go. Let's make this a little smaller so we can see everything that we need to. All right. So you see the lovely couple. It's just this is just so stunning. All right. On social media, Ronnell and Kiana Burns had it all: wealth, beauty, and influence, a loving blended family, and a network of ambitious mentees who were willing to grow old and rich with them. The success duo, their business included Primerica Insurance, six-figure ambition entrepreneurial program, Critique Designs, beauty and barbershop, and they recently moved from St. Louis to Atlanta to expand their empire. Around 9 p.m. on Saturday, November 6th, police say that after a domestic dispute, Kiana shot Ronnell to death and then took her own life. According to reports, around 9 p.m. on Saturday, November 6th, domestic violence incident, police were dispatched to the couple's home located in Sandy Springs, Georgia, approximately an hour outside of Atlanta. Reportedly, upon the arrival of the police, the neighbors indicated they had heard gunshots coming from within the home. Upon entry, the police found the couple deceased, right? This is the couple. Anything twirly you see in his look or face, but don't worry, because we're going to play a video from him so you can see his demeanor and mannerisms, right? So let's see. This is still the preliminary stages of the investigation, but I can confirm this to be a domestic violence incident where a wife shot and killed her husband and subsequently committed suicide. No one else was present at the home when the incident happened, okay? In their own words, no one knows for sure why the tragedy happened, but in a series of posts, Ronnell and Kiana left clues about their personal struggles. In a moving testimony posted to Facebook well before the tragedy, Ronnell stated that he and Kiana agreed to divorce, but keep the businesses intact so they won't disrupt the family or employees that depend on them. About 7 months ago, my wife and myself decided we were going to get a divorce, that we were just done with each other, Ronnell said in the video. God put us on this earth to inspire people to go and be great. But we've got crap too. But when you go through our crap, we're not giving up, quitting, or letting go. even if we are going to go off track, listen, there's a lot. Even if we're going to go off track and not do it together, the purpose of our life is to inspire and to be change agents for people. Ronnell said that after divvying up their businesses and planning their cordial transition into exes, yet still business partners, the two decided to fight for their marriage. Listen. Then they packed their bags and moved to Atlanta. After the 6-month mark of being a Georgia resident, Ronnell filed for divorce. You hear what I'm saying? He filed the paperwork for the divorce. And we know divorce is initiated 80% of the time by women. There's a lot about this situation that is very strange. That's why we're going to watch a lot of videos, and I want to hear all of your input. Go ahead and like the video, thumbs up the video, share the video to somebody who may not have heard this, because there's a lot that we're going to go through. If you've been following them, make sure that you tag somebody you know who's followed this couple. Maybe we'll get that extra bit of information we need to share and shed some clarity on the situation. All right. On Monday, November 1st, Ronnell reached out to realtor Tracy L. Wiggins about buying a new home. After learning that Ronnell and Kiana were deceased, Wiggins posted, "Ronnell reached out to me Monday and we chatted by text Wednesday concerning a new place near their home so the baby could stay in the same school. I'm just floored." On November 4th at 12:49 a.m., Ronnell updated his Facebook profile picture. What did he update it to? This is weird. They don't say what he updated it to. Why add that if not telling us? On October 20th, Kiana posted a Facebook live chat and revealed she needed prayer. Kiana revealed that behind the scenes, she was struggling. She was in a new town. I'll make this larger for you all. Oh, it doesn't even make it larger. Maybe, you know what? Let me see if I can make this larger for you all. Let's see. Nope, can't. All right. She was in a new town trying to learn the culture and rear her children, and that strong, successful women who motivate others have gloomy days too. Now, what is the culture of Atlanta? We know that they say it is the gay capital of the Black gay capital of the South. Is it not? Tell me. We know. Listen, we got kitten heels and all types of people coming out of Atlanta with questionable ways. So she goes on and says the transition wasn't necessarily smooth, but this is just from the thing. All right. October 22nd, Kiana updated her Facebook profile picture. On October 23rd, Kiana posted, "God knows I would do anything to wake up from this nightmare. Hashtag God, I need strength." So she's saying she needs to wake up from a nightmare. Does this sound like the words of a nightmare that a woman created herself? Let's continue forward. This is the post right there that she put up, right? On Saturday, November 6th, the day of the tragedy, Kiana posted a video dancing with her daughter, a pretty, bright-eyed, snaggletooth little girl. I don't know why they had to put the snaggletooth part in there. "Man, I love this little girl so much," she wrote. Hours later, Ronnell and Kiana would be gone. Family members and some of the couple's mentees are not satisfied with the official murder-suicide narrative. Listen. This is where things get a little hairy. Right? There was somebody that lived with them. But you know what? Let's take a quick commercial break. And talk about the sponsor, and then we'll jump into who lived with them. All right. The sponsor for today's video is the Total Knockout Vegan Makeup Pack. Here we go. The Total Knockout Vegan Makeup Pack by Tanya TKO. This portion of the video is brought to you by this beautiful, amazing, wonderful vegan makeup pack that has everything that you need in there. This pack is made for beginners and women who don't typically like makeup, who don't typically wear makeup. And it has everything that you need, starting from designer handmade brushes that are hand clamped, hand brushed, and all of the bristles are hand placed. It has lip stays and lip stucks and lip gels, lip pencils. You get a concealer palette. You get your whole entire cheek palette for all of the different looks that you want, whether you want subtle or whether you want glamour runway, right? Contour kit and your eye palette. It has everything that you need inside of it to be able to get the looks that you need and want. Like I said, this pack is made for beginners. It's high-end quality makeup. You get six handmade eyelashes with an eyelash tweezer. You get your foundation with your kabuki brush to go with it. Highlights from gold to gleaming white and also an amber glow. You get your preps and your setting lotions and setting powders, your prep lotions, your what do you call that? The primer for your lips and your eyes. You get 18 handmade brushes and a professional makeup bag, plus a sponge and an eye brush cleaner. And you get a sample of my vitamin E, plus 3 gift bags in varied sizes, so that you can be able to give away anything that isn't a good fit for you. Most of the items inside of the pack are given to you with my compliments, so you can give away comfortably whatever it is that isn't a good match, etc. But I went through a lot to make sure that the items that are in this pack have all it is that you need to be able to get flawless looks like mine. So thank you. Thank you all so very much. Thank you, 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 thank you. All right, so let's continue going forward. If you want more information about the vegan makeup pack or anything else or other ways that you can support, the link is directly in the description. You just go to TanyaTKO.com and click on shop. So thank you all so very much. I appreciate that. And thank you for bearing with us through that small little commercial break, because we have to talk about the things that sponsor the video so that you all can be able to watch these on various social media platforms. All right, so let's jump back to the story, right? Here we go. Here we go. Listen, this is where things start to get a little strange. In a Facebook Live post, a relative says that she believes someone else was in the house during the murder or immediately afterwards. The relative makes this assumption because the Burns family had a surveillance system in their home, but the cameras were tampered with and video footage was deleted. The relative also says the family filed a police report because the house was robbed of hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of expensive items, right? Oh, somebody said the sound is going in and out. Is it, wait, is anybody else having sound issues? Is there anybody else having sound issues? Because if you are, that means that we need to do some things differently. All right, let's get all of the, all right. So listen, let's continue going forward. Let's continue, right? And thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that. This beautiful look was brought to you by the Vegan Makeup Pack, and this lip color is in the pack. So I wanted you all to be able to have everything that I have and that I use. And this is high quality, beautiful, flawless makeup. You can't get like this from dollar store or what do you call that place where they sell drugstore? You can't get this look from drugstore makeup, not this quality and high pigmentation. You can't. So let's continue going forward. This is the post that made me feel that this was a mystery, right? We have somebody commenting in from LinkedIn. Wow. Let me give a shout out to the LinkedIn person because shout out to the person coming on LinkedIn because we rarely ever get anybody on LinkedIn. So thank you. You're the MVP. All right. So listen, this is the part that makes me feel that something weird has gone on, right? It says that's not the worst part. The worst part, hands down, is the audio. Listen, is the audio of Kiana's suicide was allegedly posted on Instagram. Listen to this. After the tragedy, somebody updated a June 20th video post on Kiana Burns' Instagram page and added the audio of her suicide. The video text reads, "Inside the mind of a winner." Look, you see it. Who uploaded this if she was already gone? Listen. In the audio, a female is out of breath and in shock. She mumbles, "What the F?" Then there's a loud gunshot and her body falls to the floor. Kiana's cousin said that it was Kiana's voice on the Instagram post and that she was outraged that someone would post it. Out of respect to their children, I will not post the link here, right? Several people with ties to the Burns are pointing their fingers at an attractive 28-year-old woman who lived with the couple for a month in Atlanta. The couple took this young woman under their wing and referred to her as their quote-unquote business daughter. Listen. Surviving members of the Burns family have filed a police report about the robbery and encourage anyone with information about the stolen goods to contact Sandy Springs Police at 770-551-6900. So so there's a little bit more to the article. So bear with me because I want you all to have all of the context. And I am going to I'm going to play his video. And then after we hear his video, we're going to jump to a video you may not have expected. He went viral years ago. This is how they made their money. He went viral years ago for appearing online in... I'll let you see it for yourself, right? I'll let you see it for yourself. Let's continue going forward, right? There is so much shock. There is so much shock and heartbreak surrounding this tragedy because the Burns, by all accounts, really wanted to help others. They were authentic. They wanted their success story to be replicated, and many lives were better because of them. Ronnell had star power. He previously made national waves when he appeared on, do you see what it says? Listen, you see what it says? He appeared on divorce court with his ex-wife, and he used that power to encourage his audience to think outside the box to accumulate wealth. Kiana's words carried so much weight with her audience because she used her platform to connect with people. Together, and you see images of her, look at her face. You can see she's going through something, right? But I want you to hear his video to see, and I want you to compare, right? Together, Ronnell and Kiana Burns provided a real world example of a young Black couple that had big dreams and made them come true. This is not how it was supposed to end. The couple leaves behind eight children, a tight-knit family, and scores of mentees, friends, and associates. They also leave behind a large social media footprint dedicated to building wealth, maintaining spirituality, and providing opportunities for others. I pray that in time, how Ronnell and Kiana lived and not how they died will ultimately be their legacy. For more information about the Burns, follow the Facebook group, and then it goes on from there. I need to hear from you. Tell me. What are your thoughts? I want to hear, what are your thoughts about this? What are your thoughts? I need to hear. I need to hear. Don't worry. I'm going to play the divorce court episode for you. Oh, yes, he was married previously. And you're going to hear, you know what, as a matter of fact, I'll play a little snippet. I'll play the beginning snippet for you all so that you can hear what some of the allegations that the wife made, right? Here, let's go here. Let's go here. So you can hear this yourself.
He physically, you know what I'm saying, put his hands on me, you know what I'm saying? And then we got the police involved. You don't remember that? 5 years ago, when Ronnell met Avis, both of them were in other relationships, but when they became available, they jumped at the chance to date each other. However, now, after 4 years of marriage and 2 children together, their volatile union has run out of gas, skidding into Judge Lynn's courtroom.
I'm going through all her inboxes. All of a sudden, she talking to this guy about how handsome he is.
Ronnell was, say he was calling me, always called me Dave. But yes, I was able to leave the house right there because he was all by face.
All I want to know is, did he physically prohibit you from leaving the house that day?
The roof has caved in on Ronnell and Avis's marriage, and they're both racing to cut their ties to each other.
Yeah, you see this, right?
Once and for all, today, on Divorce Court.
All right. So you see the drama. You see the drama. Putting hands on people, cheating. They were in other relationships. We're going to play the episode for you. We'll probably have to blur it out because I don't know if Judge Towler and Divorce Court, I don't know if they strike people. So we'll probably have to blur it and just listen to the audio. But I wanted you all to just take a few moments to just hear that snippet because there's a lot going on. So let's jump to Ronnell's video. He was married when he went on divorce court. But listen, come on. Let's stay with the times. Let me check. I'm going to check the apples in just a moment. All right. So let's go from there. Let's jump into Ronnell's video that he did when he was in Atlanta. Or rather before they left for Atlanta. Let's take a look at the video and see what we can gather from his demeanor, from his story and testimony, right? Let's take a look and see what we have here. Let's take a look and see. All right. All right, here we go.
Good morning, Bookers. Coming live from you all, straight from the Broadmoor. We just got to having breakfast with a young lady. She told me to give her a shout out, Erica Billups. And she actually inspired me to get on here and talk about the story I'm about to share with you guys. And the story I'm about to share with you guys was the story from about, I don't know, let's say, I guess about 7 months ago, something like that. 6, 7 months ago, when my wife and myself, we decided we was going to get a divorce, that we didn't want to be with each other no more. We was just done with each other. And so I just thought back as I was talking to Erica. She was saying that she was going through a divorce. She works in a business, the same business that we work in. And she was saying she was going through a divorce and things are tough, and she had to go get a part-time job, and all these reasons as to why she had to go get a part-time job. A lot of us centered around her going through a divorce. And it took me back to 6 months ago when Kiana and I decided that we didn't want to be with each other no more, and some of the things that transpired. And so I remember like it was yesterday. We were sitting in front of our beauty salon, Critique Designs. We had a party Saturday, y'all. Saturday from 9 to 1, free everything. Y'all need to stop by. Saturday from 9 to 1, 10849.
All right, I just want you to take a look at his demeanor, at the way that he's speaking, all of this. What do you get from him? Do you get sorrow? Remember, this was several months before. This was, I believe, we'd have to look at the date, but I believe that this was several months before the incident. So not as soon as hers. But what do you get from him? What do you get? Somebody is saying they're having sound issues. Tell the person to please refresh. Tell the person to refresh, because if they're having sound issues, right, it's not us, that there's something going on with their connection or something. So please tell them. All right. Did he say his beauty salon? Interesting choice of words. So let's continue.
West Florissant, come and see your boy Run and Kiana. So anyway, we sitting out in front of the salon, and We talking about, we just didn't want to do this no more. She was tired of me. I was tired of her. We was going to go on about our business. And as we sat in the truck and we said, hey, you know what? If we're going to get a divorce, let's be civil. We got kids. We got businesses. We said, well, let's just sit down and just talk about how this all going to work out. Meaning from a business aspect. We didn't talk about why we should stay together. We love each other. None of that conversation was being had. We was done with each other. And so all we talked about, we said, okay, well, listen. We done with each other. We both came to that conclusion, but let's not impact everybody like this around us because we just decided we don't want to be together no more. Let's not do that. So I said, let's have a conversation.
Okay, somebody says that he looks stressed but happy. Someone said he looks happy about the divorce. Somebody else says he looks stressed. I want you to continue to tell me what it is that you all are feeling from his energy, from the video. Does it sound like he really wanted to stay together? Does it sound like he wanted to break up? Does it sound like he was experiencing regret or guilt or being forlorn or whatnot? Does it seem like any of that, right? And remember, if you'd like to send a Cash App to be read on air during the broadcast, you can just send that through the link below, and then I'll read that on air. But let's jump back to this right now.
And we took out a piece of paper, we drew a line down the middle of it, and we talked about how the business was going to go, how we was going to divide the business. And she go her way and I go my way, but we didn't want to compromise and jeopardize everybody else's future because we was tripping. Let's not destroy our businesses. Let's not tear each other's name down. Let's not do none of that because there's kids, there's family members, there's moms and everything that we plan on retiring one day. And just because we decided we don't like each other no more, we're going to forfeit all that. We're going to mess up that for everybody. No, we got to figure out a way how we can work together, be divorced, go our separate ways, know at some point we're going to get remarried to somebody else, but keep sustaining what we promised the people that's dependent on us. And
you see how he's already talking about being remarried to someone else, right? That's strange. You ain't even divorced yet. Okay. Because you saw before he was already skirting prospects before he was out of his last relationship. You saw that, right? When he was on divorce court. Let's continue.
And keep that thing going. And when we got through having that conversation, we wrote everything down and we had it mapped out to a T how we was going to continue those businesses on an individual basis, but still reach that common goal and forget about everything else. And see, by the time the night had reached us, God had changed our heart. And I start thinking back to Jesus when he was on the cross. And Jesus was on the cross, and the same very people that he was dying for, he pierced them in the side, and he wanted to quit and he wanted to give up. He didn't want to go further. He looked up to heaven, he told his father, he said, listen, if there's any other way, he said, if there's any other way, God, remove this cup from my head. In other words, let somebody else do this. It got to be a better way than me getting on this cross and dying for everybody. Said it got to be a different way that we can save the earth. He said, but nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done. Nevertheless, not my will. In other words, so he went through trials, he went through hardship, and it didn't even feel good to Jesus.
I'm sorry. Are there any Christians out here who can confirm or deny? Did Jesus tell his heavenly Father to remove the cup from his hand because there got to be a better way because he don't feel like dying for everybody's sins? All I remember from Bible school is that he said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do, and that he had made peace with his decision to go up there. Is this true? Can you all tell me, did Jesus say, remove this cup from my hand, because there's got to be a better way, Jesus? Oh, Father, I don't want to die on this cross, Father, not for everybody's sins. And please, come and get me. Don't let these Romans have me. Take this thing from my head. Oh, Lord. Was Jesus saying that? I want to know if that is the rendition that we're going with. Please, Christians in the house, I need you to come forward and answer. Is this how we went down? Did it go down like that? Because I didn't know that Jesus had second thoughts. People are saying he's confused. Wait. That didn't happen. No, he said, God, it's your will to remove the cup. Wait, pretty sure that's not how the Bible, Jesus. No, why am I? somebody to help me. Somebody said, yes, he did ask for that. Somebody says this man lacked something. I need to know. I need to knock the church and knock out. I need to know. Coming to America, prophet. Please help me. Please. Oh, here's the big hand again. This is not, this is, here you go. The big hand is back. Okay, you know what? We'll go back to it. We'll go back to it, because I just want to know if Jesus said that, because I didn't know that that's how Jesus was getting down. I didn't know. So
it's going through the persecution and the tribulation.
All right, we'll rewind it just a little.
Nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done.
Hold on. Let's go back
somebody
to the
else do this. It got to be a better way.
So listen. So did
he didn't want to go further. He looked thinking back to Jesus
here we go.
when he was on the cross. And Jesus is on the cross, and the same very people that he was dying for, he pierced them in the side, and he wanted to quit, and he wanted to give up. He didn't want to go further. He looked up to heaven. He told his father, he said, listen, if there's any other way, he said, if there's any other way, God, remove this cup from my head. In other words, let somebody else do this. It got to be a better way than me getting on this cross and dying for everybody. So it got to be a different way that we can save the earth. He said, but nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done. Nevertheless, not my will. In other words, so he went through trials, he went through hardship, and it didn't even feel good to Jesus going through the persecution and the tribulations. But he was focused on why he was put here on earth in the first place. And I think that's one of the biggest keys to our success, is that in spite of what we go through, see, people think our life just been rosy, and it ain't rosy now. We got a better marriage than we ever had, but our life ain't rosy. We got crap that's happening. If I get on here and tell you about all the crap that's going on in our life, you'll say, I feel sorry for them. But we don't want nobody to feel sorry for us, because we focus and we know why God put us on this earth, and it's to make an impact on people's life. It's to inspire people to go be great, but we got crap too.
All right, so my question for you all, you hear him talking. He says, we got crap. If you hear what we going through, does this sound like a man who is cheating? Or does this sound like a man who is also experiencing regret in his marriage? Nevertheless, listen, you all behave yourselves. So I want to know, does he sound like somebody who has been cheating on, or somebody who has been cheating? Because he is upbeat, he is proselytizing, he's giving his rendition of the Jesus at what was the name of the mountain he was on? At Jesus at the Mount story. So he's giving his own rendition, so I want to know. All right. Somebody said he seems angry. Okay.
But when we go through our crap, we ain't giving up, quitting, letting go of what he put us on earth for, and is to make a change for people, to give people inspiration that whatever in life they want to fight to go have and go do, they can go do it. So even when all that was going through, we said to each other, listen, with the plan and the will of God for us to prosper, and to go take a lot of people along that journey with us, and to go teach them how to go do the same thing. And so even if we want to get off track and not do that together, the purpose of our life was to inspire and to be change agents for people in their life, and teach them the art and science of business, and inspire them that greatness is upon their life. So even when we was going through our crap, we was just like Jesus, and we said we was focused that we was going to complete his mission and complete his will. And God has the heart of the king in his hand, and he can turn it any way he want to turn it. We were done with each other. We was at the top of our lungs screaming, finished. But by the end of that day, it was nevertheless. And we wasn't playing, we wasn't threatening, talking. We were done. At the end of that day, we said, nevertheless, not our will, but let your will be done in our life. And when we came to that conclusion, things changed.
So basically, I'm sorry, this is not a laughing matter. Basically, he says they were done with each other. They were going their separate ways, and that they were happy about it. He was thinking about marrying other people in the future, but they went to go split up the businesses. He said they created a paper, and they said, this how we're going to split. He said by the time they got to the end of the list, they said, oh, we staying together. I mean, you all heard that. You heard what I heard too. Let's continue.
Things just start to happen. And I start to realize that every promise of God is conditional. See, he said, if my people. See, you heard the word if before.
I'm sorry, the promise of God is conditional? So God has conditions? I'm sorry. This is what the devil. All right, let's continue because this is okay. I hear some apples are coming in because I am confused right now. You know what? As a matter of fact, we can jump to the apples. Let me get them. Let me get them queued up because I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. Is the promises of God conditional? That's what I need. I need to know. God is giving you conditional love. This is who people are worshiping, or is this his rendition of it? Oh my goodness. What is that I hear? Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. Let's get into these apples. Let's jump down to the first one we see. Erlene says, Tanya, you're crazy. All right, well, thank you. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. All right, and next up we have Steve. Oh my goodness. Listen, things are going well for you, Steve. He sends $100. Oh my goodness. He sends $100 and he says, my bet that Bitcoin ends up 100K to 500K. Oh, of course. What do you, of course. You know it will. You know it will. Thank you so much for the apples. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have to, you know what? I have to get some new music, something for super knockouts like Steve. So thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me send 3 hearts that way. Ashley sends $2 and says, what a boondoggle. Girl, why must you be this way? Why must you be this way? Why? I told you all I'm getting t-shirts made with the word boondoggle on it, right? All right, let's see. Oh, next one. Christine sends $1 and says, grew up in St. Louis and that Negro was cheating. What you growing up in St. Louis got to do with him cheating? Unless you know some behind the scenes stuff by participation. Oh my goodness. Is that how it went down for you, Chrissy? I'm just joking, but thank you all so much for the apples. We'll come back. If you send your apples now, I'll catch it during the next break. But did you all tell me whether or not God's love is conditional? I need to know. Is it because I thought God had that agape love, or is it that his favor is conditional? Here's the big hand is back again. There it is. Yeah, boosh. All right, let's go back. Let's go back and see. Let's go back and see. All right. Okay, so we'll rewind that just a little bit so we can hear, because he said that God's favor is conditional. Let's see what he said.
That every promise of God is conditional.
Wow.
So he said, if my people. See, you heard the word if before all of the promises of God. Said, if you are willing and obedient, you'll eat the good of the land. He said, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves. See, a lot of us full with pride. We full with pride. We want to do whatever we want to do whenever we want to do it because we grown. He said, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, he said, then I will hear from heaven. Then I will forgive their sin. Then I will heal their land. Some of y'all land need to be healed right now, but you ain't turned. You ain't turned. You ain't turned away and walked in the purpose that he had for your life. You still trying to do things your way, and you still wonder why crap ain't going right for you. Because it ain't nevertheless. You ain't got to the point in your life where you say, nevertheless, not my will, but let yours be done. We have to get to that point. And we have to get past the naysayers. We have to get past the haters. We have to get past the strike. Listen, Jesus had haters. Haters make you greater. Without haters in your life, without distractions in your life, without tribulations in your life, you ain't gonna go as far as you need to go. Listen, Pharaoh was appointed to Jesus' life. Pharaoh and his army sought to kill Jesus, but it pushed him towards his purpose. He came to die. But see, dying don't always feel good.
I remember John Gray and his wife. You all remember that whole boondoggle. You all remember John Gray and his wife. And remember, they when John Gray was cheating on a venter, she was like a strange woman and a God and this and other about this strange people coming around their relationship. And now here he is talking about your haters make you greater, right? Jesus had haters, but the Pharaoh was appointed to Jesus' life. Now he's saying Jesus came to die, but I thought Jesus had second thoughts. You know what I'm saying? This is very interesting indeed. Let's hear some more.
And some of us gotta die. We gotta die to our bad habits. We gotta die to some of those friendships and relationships. You gotta die to it. And Jesus at some point didn't want to die. He, the Lord and Savior of the world, he said, but he
said we got to die to some of these relationships, die to some of these friendships. Okay. Is he talking about another person coming in? Some people don't know what he's talking about. We're pontificating right now. What is he talking about?
He said, not a man that can't be touched with the feelings of our infirmity because he's been through it. Pharaoh chased Jesus down all of his life to kill him. Pharaoh was his hater. Pharaoh was one to kill him while he was in a manger as a baby because he knew the purpose that was designed for Jesus' life. You got pharaohs in your life. You got people coming against you. You got people persecuting you. You got family members that don't even believe in you no more. You got your friends that's talking about you crazy, you stupid. From
Hold on. Was Pharaoh trying to kill Jesus in the manger? I know during Passover that there was an attempt on a baby's life because they knew that the baby had been born. So during Passover, you know, they slaughtered the lamb and put the blood over the door, and that's how we got Passover. But did Pharaoh know that Jesus was born when he was in the manger? This is so interesting. I'm learning new things about the gospel today that I did not know. I knew that the wise men had brought frankincense and myrrh, that they saw the northern light and followed it to that manger. But I didn't know that Pharaoh was trying to kill Jesus in the manger. This is interesting new stuff that I didn't know. So someone is saying it was Herod, not Pharaoh. Oh my goodness. So, you know, it's people will say things with such convictions that even you will believe them. KS is saying, what is the lesson in this? There are a lot of lessons in this, and I want you to hear because we're going to talk about them. And I want you to start coming up with what are the self-love lessons that you have seen and heard in this situation, especially when we go through the divorce court video and you see how he had shown up and presented in his earlier marriage, right? If you can't see, and then so people are saying that was Moses. Now, I do remember, yes, and they put Moses in a little basket and sent him down the river, right? But this is new stuff I'm hearing that I did not know existed, but all of this is relevant. Why? Because if he is misquoting the gospel and if he is with such conviction saying things that are not true, listen, let's continue forward. I see we got a lot of people who did their due diligence in Bible school in here. Well, shout out to you all. You all are the MVP. Shout out. All right, let's go forward.
From doing this or doing that, Pharaoh is necessary in your life. He pushed you to your purpose. How else would Jesus get on the cross but for Pharaoh? And when he got on the cross, the same ones that was pressing him in his side, the same ones that was talking about his behind his back, the same ones that's backbiting and say, you crazy, those are the ones he died for. My question to you, Facebook, who you dying for? Because see, who you dying for should be the ones you living for. You pay the price, you go through it, you stick it out. Everybody got to die. If you don't die, you can't live, baby. If you don't die, you can't live. You got to come to the point of death in yourself. And you got to be willing to put it all on the line to fulfill what he put you on earth to do. And he ain't never told us it was going to be easy. He ain't never promised us it was going to be easy. He said many are the afflictions. He said many are the afflictions of the righteous, but God shall deliver us from all of them. See, you got to remind yourself of what he promised. And you got to talk to yourself about what he promised you while you're walking through the storm. You think we're going to tiptoe through the tulips? No, baby, this fairy tale land behind us. It's a price that got to be paid. It's some sacrifices that's going to have to go. It's some people's feelings that's going to be hurt. It's going to be some relationships severed. And it's going to be some painful and some sleepless and some crying nights, baby. But you better get to the point where you're saying, nevertheless, 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 not my will, but let your will be done in my life. So I've been through the fire, right? I've been through the flood. He said, I've been broken into pieces, seen lightning flash from above. He said, but through it all, I remembered that God loved me and he cared, and he'll never put more on me than I can bear. Holla at your boy, Ronnell.
Ronnell, holla at your boy. Man, oh man, oh man. I don't even know. I am in a... go ahead and subscribe, like, share, all of that. I'm confused personally. But that's fine. You know, we have one more video that we need to see. The video we've been waiting for, the divorce court video, right? Because that, I think, is going to shed some more light on all of this, right? And before we jump into that, let's have a quick word from our sponsor. This portion of the video is sponsored by the Knockout Signature earrings that you can get right now on my website. These are the 70 millimeter that I'm wearing. You know, I love the 80 millimeter because they come down real low, but I finally have found a use for the 70 millimeter. When you have on a coat, or you're wearing a turtleneck like this, or you just have a short neck. You know, I have a long, svelte model neck. You know I do. No, I don't really. But the 80 millimeter just looks really good on me. But these beautiful 18 karat gold plated earrings can be yours today. You can get them today. I'm going to start shipping on the 15th. So if you go over to TanyaTKO.com and you click, if you go to TanyaTKO.com, you will come upon this page right here. If you see in the upper corner over here, above the books, there's a thing that says shop. If you click on shop, it'll bring you to the shop page. And then you see right here, you see the 18 karat gold plated earrings. You click on that and then it takes you to this other page and you can choose which style do you want. Do you want the 70 millimeter, which is 2.75 inches, which are now on sale for $39.99? Or do you want the 80 millimeter that is larger, comes down to your shoulders? Those are $49.99. And it comes inside of a beautiful gift box like this. It comes inside of a beautiful gift box with a suede velvet pouch to hold your earrings and keep them safe. And so you get all of this, right? Yes. You get all of that for a nominal fee, and you get to support the show and support that you're a knockout. People love these earrings when you go out. They're always a conversation piece, so I love them, and you'll love them too. All right, so let's jump into the divorce court video because this is the part that was really stunning to me because I'm like, so here we go. So we saw the intro for this already. So let's just jump into a little bit of what we have here. So here.
Come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Avis Burns and Ronnell Burns. Mr. and Mrs. Burns, you two have been married 4 years, although you have been separated for some time now. You do have 2 children together, or at the very least, you believe you have 2 children together. Mr. Burns, you are questioning the paternity of your children. And as a function thereof, you had asked us to give a DNA test to your children, and we have done that, and we do have the results here for you today. Mrs. Burns, you're asking for a significant amount of transitional support, which we will discuss. But before we do that, Mr. Burns, I'm going to talk to you first. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here in divorce court today?
Well, I start off, Your Honor, we're here because of distrust with my wife. That's the ultimate reason why we're going through this divorce.
Hold on. So he asked for paternity of his children? I'm sorry. This and on TV. Wow, this whole thing is very interesting. And I'm personally stunned. I'm going to I'm trying to get everything. There's so much. Why do I have so many screens here? This should not be up here. All right. I want you all to be able to see hold on. Oh, somebody's talking about the Bible being plagiarized and stuff like that. I see you all are getting into it. Oh, my gracious goodness. Let me see. All right. There we go. So we're going to go back and forth between the view and the blur, okay? We're going to go back and forth between the view and the blur because, we cannot play too much but I want you to be able to see their faces while they're talking, but we can't play too much. Somebody said all you have to do is write that this is for this, that, and the other. No, the fair use laws say that we can use the videos, but it depends. The little thing, the disclaimer in the comments does not matter. That doesn't matter. That's not what the legal teams look. They don't care about that. They know what the fair use laws are, but they still strike down people's videos. And in the meantime, I have to be the one fighting behind the scenes. So let's continue. All right.
Start back when we first met. I met my wife about 5 years ago on a business venture that, she decided not to really take a part of at that time. I was dating a young lady. So even though she decided the business venture wouldn't work, she continued to send me text messages. It was more spiritual than anything about the Lord and Jesus, and it was all great.
Now, wait a minute. We just got from business venture to Jesus, and
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how we got there. Let's slow it down a little bit. Let's slow it down. You two were in a business venture together.
Yes, I was in a business, I was in sales. I tried to recruit her into the sales venture. Somewhere or the other, she decided it wasn't for her.
Okay.
But she continued to communicate with me innocently through a text, because I was in a relationship, so was she. One day, all of a sudden, a text come through, and it's like, you can't get what God got for you because you're holding on to something old. So I was like, okay, this seemed like it could be a group text, but it seemed like she was kind of making that pass towards me. So one day it came to the point about talking about going on a date or a lunch or something like this, but I was still in a relationship, just got a little rocky. So after the conversation, I agreed. I said, okay, we can go to lunch or something like that. But then when it's time for the lunch, I never called her. So she said, what's up? We ain't going, just tell me, because I'm sitting around, I could be doing something else. And I said, actually, yeah, we're not going to go because I'm still in this relationship. I don't feel good about this. If this relationship do end, I'll get with you then. So relationship terminated. I inboxed on Facebook. I said, hey, I'm free now if you still want to do that date. We went on that date that weekend, and we've been together, since then.
Good story.
So basically, he had one in the pocket, right? He had one in the pocket. So you hear the story. He was already in a relationship. He was going back and forth. He took this text as to mean something a little flirtatious. Then he decided to inquire. Then they set up this date. He stood her up because he said he was still in a relationship. But then the moment the relationship ended, he contacted her. Somebody said that he seems fast. You mean he's talking fast? Or somebody says he's jumpy. Somebody said he was zesty. Is there anybody else picking up a zesty vibe from him? He seems normal Southern male to me. I don't know, but you all might be seeing something I'm not.
Ms. Burns, is that what happened?
Yes, that happened, and I'm not going to refuse.
Were you continuing to text this guy even though you knew he was with another chick?
Yes, I sent out texts. He was in my phone. So I just used to send out like spiritual texts, you know what I'm saying? I had just gave my life to God, you know what I'm saying? So I was just going through a transition in my life at the same time.
At one point, did those texts turn romantic or at all flirtatious or inviting?
Never. I sent out that text to everybody on my phone. That was not a specific text for him.
How did let's go to dinner, or are we ever going to go to dinner? How did that
happen?
happen?
I did it because we had talked back and forth at the same time, and he was like, oh yeah, it'll be nice us to go on a date and all that. I was like, okay, that's fine.
But you knew that he was
texting him. I didn't know what was going on. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You did know.
Hang on.
I did not, because you was back and forth, acting like you was either in the relationship or out of the relationship. You did. I mean, basically that's with our marriage at the same time right now. But we're talking on these things right here.
I got it. Well, tell me about the vacation at the lake. Who wants to tell me about
I'm
that?
gonna tell you, because she gonna tell it wrong. We was on a vacation at the lake. This is about 3, maybe 6 months into our marriage, and we're just having a good time. The family there, my brothers, everybody. And all of a sudden I started having these intuitions, and it was like that she was dealing with some other guy. So I asked her, I'm like, we laying down, it's like, are you seeing another guy, or are you talking to another guy? She was like, no, what you talking about? You know, acting all oblivious. So we get home, I tell her to log into a social network. She logged into a social network. When she logged into social network, I'm like, let me pull it up. I'm going through all her inboxes. All of a sudden, she's talking to this guy about how handsome he is and why he never tried to get with her when they were younger. She wished that they had gotten together. Then she say, yeah, and I want to come over to your house. You know, can I come to your house? Now, mind you, before we went to the lake, before I knew this and had these intuitions, she was telling me when we got back home, I have a 7-year-old daughter that's not with her, that live with her. But she was telling me to find a babysitter for my 7-year-old daughter. I'm like, what, we need a babysitter? You're a stay-at-home mom. In my head, but I'm like, okay, maybe she want to get out with the girls or whatever. When I read this Facebook, she tried to get me to get a babysitter so she can go over some guy's house. And when I read all this, I'm like, what's going on? She's like, oh, I'm just going over the guy's house. We weren't gonna do nothing. I'm like, you going to his house to play bingo? You going to play spades? Because you don't need to go to his house to do that.
When divorce court continues, the stage is set for Ronnell to
You all see what his demeanor, remember, he went viral because of this divorce court. He got a lot of attention. He ended up in the businesses that he ended up in because he got famous from this divorce court thing. You see, he's very animated. He has a very gregarious personality. And so he says he had a 7-year-old before that relationship, then 2 children in that relationship. So that's 3. And then I believe him and the wife who just passed away with him, I believe they had, I don't know how many children they had together. I know they had a little girl who they said was Snaggletooth. So Snaggletooth is around what age? 4 to 7, right? That's when their teeth, when they got the 2 missing front teeth. This is so very interesting. Tam is late. How are you late? And you're on the text notification squad. Let me get my sound together. Girl, you need to be here on time, girl. Exactly. Get her on time. You hear me? Get her on time. All right, we're going to get back to the divorce court. We're going to get back to this real quick. So let's see.
Collide with Avis's mother.
Mama blocked my car in the driveway with her body, and like, you ain't going nowhere with her car. I'm like, listen, the car finna pull off. The only question is, are you gonna be under it or over it?
And later,
well, that did
Mr.
seem kind of
Burns,
zesty.
why don't you believe these children are yours?
That did seem zesty. That seems zesty. Are you
If
be
your
under it
divorce
or
is final,
over it?
but your ex is still giving you grief, call toll free at 1-877-311-22.
All right, let's continue going.
Visit our web.com.
All right, there we go. Let's get back to it. What is happening? Come on, play. What's happening? I tried to skip, but it's not playing with me. Yeah.
divorce court returns with the case of Ronnell Burns, who claims his wife Avis has a tendency to be unfaithful. But Avis claims not only has she been faithful, but she also knows for sure Ronnell is guilty of his own indiscretions.
A woman has the intuition also at the same time. We start feeling it's something not right.
Were you cheating on him, Mr. Burns? Mrs. Burns, what is your response to
I'm
that?
not going to respond to that mess at the same time.
I'm sure.
He knows that he's a cheater, okay?
No,
No, wait,
No.
First of all, you don't interrupt me. Stop. And number two, when I ask you a question, you need to answer it. So
Okay.
I want to know, did that occur?
I mean, I talked to somebody on Facebook. Yes, I did.
And
I
did you ask him to babysit so you could meet with this other
I didn't
guy?
ask him to babysit, or I did not.
Well, let's talk about, did you have plans to meet with this other guy?
Did I have plans? Yeah, to go see him by his house. No.
Ms. Burns, why don't you tell me what you were going to tell me about his cheating? Have you caught him cheating?
Yeah, he came home and told me he's cheated at the same time, and then a woman has an intuition also at the same time. We start feeling it's something not right with the sex, coming with the sex at the same time, and then him coming home. He says, yes, he's an insurance broker, but you shouldn't be coming home no 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Not at all.
Were you cheating on her, Mr. Burns?
Absolutely. And I told her, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I was cheating on her. I told her I was cheating on her. She never caught me cheating or nothing like this. I came and I told her because I was saying, listen, I want to work on this relationship and make our marriage work. You broke my trust early on in the relationship. When we had the social network deal, I said, okay, pack your bags, get out, go home with your mama. And so I called her mom, like, come get your daughter. She want to be something other than married. And so mom said, no, she young. You knew that when you got with her. You got to work through it. So I'm like, I guess she's stuck here.
You say that her mother is far too involved in your relationship. Why don't you explain that to me?
Well, first off, she invites her mom to be involved in our relationship. Nobody has a place in your home unless you invite them in. The mom come over to the house, and she made this big escape plan. You know, she gonna move out on me, take the car, take everything in the house while I'm going to work. I get up in the morning, I'm ready to go to work. I go down to the basement, so I get my suit, get dressed. I looked on the other side of the closet, all her clothes gone. I go into my daughter's room, open up my daughter's drawers, all her clothes gone. I said, oh, you gonna sneak out of the mud? I said, we don't gotta do this sneaky. Do you wanna go? Let's pack this stuff up, let's do this the right way, right? She crying, oh, we gonna stay together, we gonna figure it out. But meanwhile, mom and them don't know that me and her, I had figured out the deal and they little plan. They outside the house with trucks and stuff, get ready to take all the stuff. And so we pull up and she said, well, we worked it out. We decided we're going to be back together. Mom said, you ain't going to be with him. You finna go with us. I said, great, she going to leave. I'm going to get y'all time to pack. I'm going to get in my car and leave. Mama stands, blocked my car in the driveway with her body. And like, you ain't going nowhere with her car. Like, she going to take my Mercedes. I'm like, listen, the car finna pull off. The only question is, are you going to be under it or over it?
Well,
yeah,
okay.
for sure. Yeah, I'm going to leave. You know what I'm saying? So I pull back, mama jumps out the way, and they in the house and they gonna pull everything down. They trying to take curtains. I mean, who takes curtains when they move?
Okay, I got you, Mr. Burns. Here's what I'm gonna switch topics here because this is the one that concerned me the most. You seem to believe that he has taken advantage of you financially, and that he's putting things in your name, ruined your credit, and I would like you to talk to me about that. While you're doing that, I'd like to have Ms. Latasha Munoz come out. She is a witness for you. So, Joe, if you could get her, and could you tell me?
Wait, I'll object.
No, you can't object. I'm going to give you an opportunity to respond. But why don't you tell me what you believe is the financial shenanigans that he's engaged in with respect to you?
I mean, it just was
and good day, Ms. Munoz.
How you doing?
With the financial, he put cars in my name. We put the business in my name. I mean, the apartment where we stayed in, 2 of the apartments that we were staying in, we had our name on the lease. He left that apartment, then we went to another apartment.
So you didn't finish out the lease. You still owed on the lease.
That was almost $2,000 or $3,000 in debt right there, and we left that apartment. It took him forever just to pay that off, so it started accumulating money on that.
When divorce court continues, what about the children?
My only contingency was she stopped playing games with me with my children. I've seen my children 3 times since January. 3 times.
Are you keeping the kids?
Let's continue going forward.
Divorce court, call us toll-free 11-COM. With the case of Ronnell Burns, who says he's tried multiple times to work out his marriage to Avis. But does Ronnell go too far while trying to impose order on their relationship?
You know, he physically, you know what I'm saying, put his hands on me, you know what I'm saying, and then we got the police involved. You don't remember that?
Okay, Mr. Burns, do you understand the allegations she's making with respect to
absolutely.
her credit? Why don't you respond to that?
First off, I didn't affect her credit in no way, shape, or form. Putting the business in her name had nothing to do with credit. Like, first off, it ain't even a company. It's an advertising name. I'm an insurance agent, so I sell insurance. They pay me a direct commission. Right. It was an advertising name that we put in her name. Right. And so on top of that, when she talking about this money for the apartments, when I left her and we agreed that she gonna move somewhere, she needed it was like $300, $400 that the people say we owe for whatever. They have to paint the apartment over and all the stuff like that. I brought that to the house and gave it to her. Also, I agreed to pay her the other money for her to move into another place and all that. My only contingency was she stopped playing games with me with my children. I seen my children 3 times since January. 3 times. And I said, if I can see my kids, I'll give you whatever you need to take care of them.
Are you keeping the kids from him?
I'm not keeping the kids from him. I had my son was 2 weeks old, but I said he wanted me to take a 2-week-old that I have that I'm still bonding with.
Well,
so
you know you can't take a 2 week.
We got past that.
No.
We don't talk about the 2 months. I said we can wait for 2-3 months. I ain't seeing my 3-year-old daughter in almost 6 months. We ain't even talking about 3 years. I don't even know if he minds or not.
No, ma'am, because he
I had my daughter 3 times since I left.
He came over to the house and got her and stuff like that.
Okay, I think I hear what you're saying. Ms. Munoz, I called you out here. I need to talk to you. What do you see with respect to this relationship? And give me some specific examples that would help me determine who to believe.
Well, I can say this, like, it was a time in the middle of the night, she called me, and you can tell, you can sense danger in someone's voice that you know, that you're close with. And she was like, Tasha, please come get me. Come and get me right now. I can't do this. I can't have this. And he's screaming B in the background. And I'm like, oh my God. So I literally just jumped in the car, shoot straight over there. And it was in the middle of the night. My car pulled up in the driveway, didn't turn it off at all. I was at the house, didn't come outside, but I seen his frame shadow in the window with the lights on in the house, so I know someone's there. But I'm just sitting there talking to our other friend on the phone, like, I don't know what's going on.
Wait, hold
but
on.
I
Was
know.
he just laughing? Hold on. I need to rewind this. Because I think while she's talking, he's laughing.
In the house, so I know someone's there, but I'm just sitting there talking to our other friend on the phone, like, I don't know what's going on, but I know that this is an emergency. Like, she is scared.
You see why I object?
So what happened?
And
what happened
like,
when you
I
were
sat
there?
there for an hour. I was there. And for someone to not open the door, but you in the house, and you know that I'm there trying to pick her up, and you don't open the door.
Ms. Burns, were you unable to leave the house? What was going on?
Ronnell was, say he was always called me days, but yes, I was able to leave the house right there because he was all by face and blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so a witness has come out and says that she heard him calling her all types of B's in the background. So he's calling this woman out her name, calling her all types of B's, and now the wife is saying that that she couldn't get outside the house. What is going on? Oh, yeah, so thank you for bringing up 8 weeks. So I think it was the 2-week-old baby. How do you leave a person with a 2-week-old child? Cheating or not? 2-week-old child, you go sleep in another room. Your child is still a fragile newborn. I'm so confused. This is a mess. I haven't seen this. This is my first time watching it with you all. This is a lot right here. This is a lot. Somebody saying he's verbally abusive. I mean, that sounds like verbal abuse. What the HE double hockey sticks is going on? This is a lot. So let's continue going forward.
Like, I'm trying to call her, and he like, oh, get off the phone with that B and blah, 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 and all that stuff. It cussing me out.
Was I make you stay in the house? Was I holding you and make you stay in the house?
Hang on. Did
Okay.
you hang on? All I want to know is, did he physically prohibit you from leaving the house that day?
Yes.
Explain what he did that kept you from leaving the house.
Well, I don't want to say that because, he physically, put his hands on me. You know what I'm saying? And then we got the police involved. You don't remember that?
So when she came here to make you get out the house?
Okay.
No,
Okay.
that's a lie. She lying, Your Honor.
Okay,
When she
what was
can't
it?
let her come to get out the house, I said go ahead and go if you want to go.
When divorce court continues.
You believe he tried to stop her, or you believe he said, go ahead and go? This is so strange. This is strange. And to think that he became famous for his behavior on this broadcast. Oh, the big hand is back. Ugh! To think that he became famous for his behavior on this broadcast, and people are laughing. I mean, he's very animated and whatnot, but the stuff that he's saying is horrifying. The stuff he's saying is horrifying. You all hear this? This is a lot. This is a lot. Let's continue. She saw money. What money did she see? And he was putting stuff in her name. What money did she see? Come on. You all are some of you are playing games. Come on. Let's continue.
The question of paternity looms large in Judge Lynn's courtroom.
The 3-year-old?
All right, let's just jump forward because we don't need to, because they're gonna do their commercial
Now,
and all of that.
Divorced up with their rocky marriage.
She was trying to throw my clothes like she don't put me out.
come to divorce court to put an end to it today.
She was trying to throw my clothes like she gonna put me out. I pay the bill, she gonna put me out. So all I did was she kept throwing my stuff out. I grabbed her by the side of the arm and said, I'm not playing with you. Stop throwing my clothes. That's the only time I touched you. Did I punch you? Did I slap you?
Don't ask her any questions. Ms. Burns, you want $6,000 in transitional support. Explain that to me.
I want $6,000. I need to get back on my feet, and want $6,000, you know what I'm saying, for at least 6 months. I'm still trying to get on my feet. You basically don't give me no type of income. We have kids together. Oh, if I don't meet what you want me to do, then you're not going to do anything for our kids or for me at the same time. You brought all this up on us. You're the one that left the house and didn't care at the same time and all that stuff. You did all that literally while I'm still pregnant with our son. I was still 2 or 3 months pregnant with our son, and you left, and I got like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying, I'm good. So I'm going to go over here, you know what I'm saying, and be at her, stay with her at the same time. But I want some money.
That's a lie.
Mr. Burns, why don't you respond?
You've been talking
That's
to her
a lie.
for a minute.
First off, I wasn't the one that left. She left. She left to go again with her mama. And when she left with her mama, I called her and said, listen, you pregnant and you got our 2-year-old daughter. And she's saying I went with my mama, so she all around the place. I guess she with whoever this is. But whatever the deal was, I said, okay, you don't have to leave. You come back to the house. I'll leave. Because I don't have to tag along a young baby and pregnant. I can't move my stuff out.
He did do that.
Yeah.
He did do that. Now, did you ever have any income, a job or anything while you two were together?
I was working with him, and then I stayed at home. He sort of wanted me to stay at home because he sort of messed with someone.
Was she staying at home with the kids?
Yes.
She was just doing that, standing home with the kids. She ain't taking care of nothing.
Yes,
and again, don't talk about financial because it shows the debit card all her transactions. She keep lying like I ain't giving her money. That's a lie.
Mr. Burns, why don't you believe these children are yours?
Well, number one, she don't know I even know this. I'm kind of humiliated to even say it today. But she continued to see her ex-boyfriend after me and her was together. She don't even know I know. One day she's supposed to pick me up from work, right? Now she's driving my car, flossing around her ex-boyfriend. She got my 2-year-old daughter with her at his sister's house. She'll know I know. She supposed to pick me up. She texts me like, I'm gonna be an hour late. I'm like, an hour late picking me up in my car? Right, okay, let me see what's going on. So I had a tracker on her phone, so I know where she at all times. I put the tracker in there, my buddy took me over there. She's at her ex-boyfriend's sister's house, coming out with my daughter. Talking about now, she on her way home.
All right. First of all, you don't really believe they're not yours, right?
First off, the 3-year-old, I would say wholeheartedly, I believe that's mine. The second one, I have no idea. Because first off, if the kids are mine, how you gonna prohibit me from seeing them? I ain't seen my kids in 6 months.
First of all, let's get this done. They're yours. Both of them are yours. That's just what that is. And having said that, I will say this: she was a stay-at-home mom. You had a job. She is entitled to transitional support. What is your current income?
0. So I'm gonna give her what I don't have. I was paying her when I had money. You see the bank that she was getting money when I had money. My income is 0 now.
You can get some kind of job and do something.
I don't get $236 for child support.
$236 a month?
Yeah.
For
whatever, to get money
Your
for the
Honor,
kids.
I know that she's been staying with me for the last 2 months, and I consume all the financial responsibilities.
Let me
And
see
the
my
woman
kids.
that you don't know, and the woman that he doesn't know.
Stop it. Get on a bus. Get to McDonald's somewhere.
I'm good.
Get a job, because you will be paying her, in addition to that, $250 per month for the next 6 months, because she deserves a hand up. $250 for the next 6 months. It is so ordered.
All right.
Wow, this is crazy.
Parties may leave the courtroom.
Since the time we appeared on divorce court, Avis and I have not been in communication. I reached out to her through email, trying to make arrangements to see my children. She still refused to allow me to see them. Therefore, I continue not to send her any support. All I'm looking for is to be able to see my children. Don't want our relationship anymore. This marriage will never work. It's over with. However, I don't think that a man should be deprived of seeing his children just because the relationship doesn't work when he's a great father.
Jeez Louise, that was a mess right there. That is a mess. Well, you know what? She asked for $6,000, and so the judge broke it up, and so she's going to get the $6,000. Hold on. $250. Oh, I guess she's not going to get it. $250. I thought they said a week. They said a month. Ooh. And now he's trying to claim his income is 0. He has not taken care of his children. My Lord, what are the self-love lessons that you see in this boondoggle right here? I need to see from you all. What are the self-love lessons that you all see? That was a lot. That was a whole lot. That was a whole lot. So he's ordered to pay $200 and I believe $30 a month in child support, and then she ordered him an additional $250 for spousal support a month. So we're talking about $500, a little more than $500. Oh my goodness. I need to hear from you all. Fathers like that tend to hurt their children when they're in their lives. Oh my gosh. No, listen, this is crazy. I need to hear what are the self-love lessons that you all see in this situation? This is oh my gosh. This is Black love is fake, self-care, having your own income. These men won't take care of their children. If he can't be with the mother, BM equals struggle. Don't compromise, self-love lessons. Oh, and then we got somebody spamming the comments. All right, let's continue. Let's see what the self-love lesson is. They both are deceased. Girl, who cares? Get over it. Child, listen. The description of the video, the thumbnail for the video, and the title of the video all let people know what we're coming in here to talk about. So if you don't want to participate in that, then by all means, you have free will to leave the video. Have your own money, leave toxicity sooner. They use the kids to further. This is a whole lot. This is a whole lot. Black mix, whatever. Love is trash nowadays. Oh my. Let's see. Make sure, listen to your intuition. He's trying to avoid child support. He is avoiding it, apparently. So what do you all see, right? So there is, yeah, this is the thing. So he wanted that to, I mean, you can tell by looking at children whether or not they're yours. You can tell. People, you have a sense about these things. You can see when children have your DNA. You know, there's no mistake about that. Listen. So hold on. I see somebody who looked like she trying to get invited to the block party, but just called me God's girl. Is that the same one who left that comment? Well, you know what? Listen, if it's not you and you were responding to somebody else, you're out of here. Out. Listen, if that wasn't you who talking mess, you can come to my website and write to me if that wasn't you. But you know, my fingers had to move quickly. You're out of here. You're out of here. So let's see some more about what's going on with this. Family means nothing to him. One of the self-love lessons that I see in this is this man was on, now the person that he cheated on her with, who was this person? Was it, you know, we don't know. But I will say this, right? If you see a man who is on divorce court acting grimy like this, talking about running people's mothers over, there's allegations of physical abuse. Now, we know that these people can be very charismatic. We know that these people can be very convincing with playing the victim. If you hear a person and everything is somebody else's fault, then let your ears perk up. That's a red flag. It's an USOP. It's an early warning sign of potential problems. And if you have a person who is there, right? If you have a person who is there, who is behaving the way that he behaved, who people are saying he called them all types of bees and all this other stuff. So he went from calling people bees to then misquoting the Bible and confusing Herod with Pharaoh and Moses with Jesus, and talking about Jesus had second thoughts and wanted the cup out his hand and wanted to find a better way than dying for the sins of the people and all this, that, and the other, right? Pay very close attention to these things. I found this to be very compelling. Then they had a 28-year-old living with them, talking about their business daughter. The footage from the video cameras removed and deleted. There's a lot going on in this situation, in this case. This has been a long video so far, and I don't want it to be longer, so I'm going to leave the video now, but I want to hear from you. I don't want to leave the video dancing and all of that because, you know, it's a somber video. So I'll just play a little bit of music while we get ready to head out of the video. I'll turn it down low. So listen, I want to hear from you. What are the self-love lessons that you all see in this? Oh, we didn't check the apples again. Let me just refresh and make sure that we have everything. Listen, I want to see the self-love lessons that you all picked up on. I want to see how you all feel about all of this. Listen, what are your thoughts on all of this? 250 is nothing. Yes, I feel you on that. I feel you. Listen, let me refresh. I'm refreshing. Oh, I hear an apple. Listen, wow, I have the best music, business daughter. What type of business is that? No. But we know they say an attractive 28-year-old woman was living there in the house with them. So what is this I hear? You hear that too? All right. So we have Anna O, who sends $101, and she says, for the culture. Hey! Thank you so much. Thank you. You know what? For the Cash App sponsors of this show, I'll come up and bust a little wine for you all. Here we go. I'll bust a little wine for you all. Hey! You got your Niger flag up? Here you go, Niger, yeah! Thank you all so very much. Thank you. I want to see the self-love lessons that you all have picked up on from the video. Hey, what happened? The chat frozen? You don't know what's going on? Oh, here it goes, moving again. All right, listen, throw up your boxing gloves. I'll turn on the music a little bit. Throw up your boxing gloves and let's see those self-love lessons. Throw up your boxing gloves and let's see. What did you pick up on? Thank you all so very much. Thank you for coming and participating in the broadcast. You all are the best part of the show. Remember to support the sponsors of this show. Remember, this show is sponsored by my vegan makeup pack. Yes, this lip color is in the pack, as well as everything that you see on my face that gives this flawless baby doll look that you all see me have and sporting here today. So listen, I appreciate, guard your heart. Should you guard your heart, or should you listen to your intuition? Pay attention to logical cues and clues. Listen to your rationale, your decision making. See their patterns in other relationships. What about that? Before we start talking about guarding your heart and holding, how about we just open our eyes? How about we open our eyes and we see how people are getting down with other people, and we pay attention to that? Because if you have a child from a previous relationship, cheated on her, came into the next relationship, had 2 children, cheated on her, left her pregnant, then the 2-week-old, and they won't give her support, and on the TV acting flamboyant and all out of sorts, right? Pay attention to all of those things, because we saw by the end how his wife looked. We saw how she was, and we know that this man has a history of cheating. Here, we saw how she looked towards the end inside of the video. Oh, that's his video. Inside her video, we saw how she looked. She was sad. She was forlorn, right? He was calling the other woman and her friend all types of bees and stuff like that, putting hands on her and all of that. So we see how we saw how she used to look. Now she got the blonde hair, the pumped up bosom and all of that. This is how she used to look, right? And look at him. I mean, to zest or not to zest, we don't know. We do not know. We do not know. Let me see if I could get this unlocked and moved. Oh, I cannot move anything. Here we go. Listen, we don't know. But is that really the point? This isn't really about them. This is about the self-love lessons for you. One of this, like this looks like the typical Instagram photo. Oh, me and my husband, we out here, we making money, come make money, be like us, etc. Love yourself enough to know that you can use people online for inspiration, but realize that nobody's life is perfect and that there are things that is happening that they're not telling you. Because while they got these pictures up and she got in the hazel contacts and the eyelashes or the filter or whatever is going on with her and the big long blonde faux locks and all of that, behind the scenes, you have a man who has a history of calling other women bees, who there are allegations of him putting hands on them, who left his wife while she was pregnant. And listen, who knows what was going on that sent her out there? What pregnant woman has a desire for another man? Now, listen, first of all, when you're pregnant, your body is filled with all of these oxytocins, which is the binding chemical. I know that pregnant women are the hormones are all riled up inside of them, that they like intercourse when they're pregnant. But if your man is not having intercourse with you, does that send you out into the street desperate for that fix? Who knows what was going on? Who knows? But obviously, she was missing something if she was going back to some childhood sweetheart and hoping to be able to find something there, right? I just, listen, we don't know. We don't know. But the self-love lessons that we can glean from all of this, right? Smiling on the outside, crying on the inside, self-love lesson, eat before going to court because it's a date, my N. Full belly, meaning less anger. Really? Did he make her change her exterior? Zest or not to zest? You know something I cannot with some of you. Flags, flags, flags. Did he, let's see, that online makes net making going get all you know trouble. What, Renee? What? Sepang, hey, what's the name of the couple? Oh, there's an apple that just came in. Let me send my love to Anna. Thank you. All right. Tyra sends an apple and she says $250 for 2 kids. Come on, sir. Ridiculous, for real. I think he was only paying $230 and then she ordered him to pay for some spousal support. Listen, this sounds like he talked down to her. Women should stop sleeping with men before marriage. You know, intercourse is not the issue, is it? Is intercourse the issue? Is the problem that people are having intercourse? And is the problem only women having intercourse? Because it takes 2 to have intercourse. So should men stop having intercourse as well? It's like we have to look at this from more than just let's see how women are at fault for what it is that's going on. Because if intercourse changes a person, then they were going to change, weren't they? I'm confused. I'm confused because a man who values his body is not going around slinging peen from Frisco to Maine. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Listen, I hear a lot of people say that, especially people who are religious, et cetera, but oh, Lord. Terrestrial, I don't know what that is. Tell them to send me a contract. And they were married. This problem starts with the men. There's so much. It's like our culture, many cultures around the world spend so much time figuring out how to absolve men of culpability and how to place blame on women. You know, I wanted to get out of here before we hit the 2-hour mark, but it seems intercourse, sex is the problem. Listen, is it? Because what does it take to be able, is sex the problem, or is it our ideas and our hangups and all of the stuff that we assign to sex, the shame, the guilt, the blame, the vitriol, all of that stuff that religion places on it, and that regressive cultures place on intercourse, because intercourse is a natural part of life. When did it become bastardized? When did it become wrong? When did it become problematic to enjoy the celebration of life and something that feels so good and wonderful? When did we start letting the translated words of men decide what naturally we feel inclined to as human beings? Listen, go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is taking the time to center within yourself, to do what it is that you feel necessary for your healing. There's so many people who skirt over getting psychological counsel, from getting a therapist to be able to work with them. That there's so many people who are like, oh, let me just turn to the Bible. Let me turn to the book. This is what God says, this, that, and the other, right? Holistic approach at your health. In this world, there are therapists, there are psychologists who are trained in the mind. Some of the preachers that we're listening to aren't even trained in the Bible. They have no degree in theology. They have no training in what the book actually says. You saw this this couple had a preaching business, or a spirit, whatever you want to call it, a religious business, right? Yet he was still up there misquoting the Bible, misquoting Jesus. Listen. Confusing Pharaoh and Herod, confusing Moses for Jesus, and the manger for a basket, and Bethlehem for the Egypt, the river down the Nile where Moses was sent. So come on. Go to people who are well trained in and specialize in to what you are seeking counsel from them. And a person who is a theologian is not necessarily the best person to be able to help you psychologically. So when this woman was talking about all that she was going through, she talked about, turning to the prayer circle and turning to these things, and that is fine. But remember, when it comes to your health, your mental health, your physical health, do what works. If you have only gotten so far with psychological help, seek something else. If you have only gone so far with spiritual and religious help, seek something else. I am not going to talk about only one direction for which you can find assistance. And far too many people, they give up their power and put their healing in other people's hands as if somebody is doing something to them, not for them. Your healing is your journey. Do what you need to do for you. The therapist, the theologian, whoever it is your tool. And there's so many people. I remember I went to this service, right? And in the service, they were saying, trust not in your own understanding. That you need to go to other people to interpret and understand your relationship with the Lord. I said, what? I said, not trusting me on understanding? I said, no. No. You are God incarnate. You are a ray of the ray, a fragment of the ray of the light of God in you. You are God's expression in human form. So when you start listening to people who are telling you that you don't have the wisdom, the understanding, the essence inside of you to be able to go within and hear, you know what? I feel like I'm going off. Those who know. Those who don't, they choose not to. So I'm just going to leave it there. And I'll let you all make up your mind about what it is and how it is that you choose. Because there was a time that kings were thought of as being appointed by God, so that you question the word of the king as you questioning the word of God. And these kings were chopping off people's heads, being adulterous, murdering people in the name of God and country. And at what point do we stop and say, you know what, this doesn't feel right in my mind, in my spirit? And you turn to do something different. There's so many people nowadays who are being asked to abandon their own logic, decision-making, reasoning. They're being asked to abandon that for other people who are saying, listen, I'm going to leave it there. Listen, I appreciate all of you for coming out. Go out there and love one another. Listen, most importantly, love yourself. And one of the ways that you can love yourself is by supporting the content creators who bring the information to you that you benefit from and that you enjoy. Become a part of the Knockout Gang. Get yourself a pair of Knockout signature earrings available in my shop. Link is in the description, right? Somebody said God is the answer, right? But then who is God? If God is inside of you, then the answer is inside of you. Is it not? Is it not? Because we see that this couple had everything publicly going for them. But what was going on behind the scenes? So, listen. Go on out there, love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is not feeling that anybody's life or the relationship or anything is worth your own. Put yourself first above anyone. Because if there's anybody out there asking you to go against your intuition, your God-given essence on the inside for them or any word or any book or any relationship or anything, right? I say trust in yourself. You heard that here from me. I'll talk to you all later. I'll see you all in the next video. Tanya Pateo, and I'm out. Click subscribe, like the video, share it, or whatever the case may be. I'll see you all in the next video.